People joining now. Sorry for the wait. Start a single player for now. Classic. Hold on. When later on I'm going to be streaming with another guy playing this game, and when I do start that, we'll probably play on a more difficult playthrough. This is just gonna be for me, just so I can get trophies and all the fun shit. Also, welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying yourself today. As I take a big ass sip of water. Alright. If you have any questions or anything, just hit me up through chat. I'll be paying attention. Creation, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I should probably put my glasses on. Alright. I like having an elf. I've never had an elf actually. But I think what I'm gonna do is do undead elf. No. I'm trying to do something different for my solo gameplay, because typically I play like a summoner or a metamorph. But I think this time around I'm gonna do an elf. Inquisitor sounds pretty fucking cool. I think I'm gonna do an elf inquisitor. Pretty much with the talents that I'll have, if I eat anything that comes off of a dead body, which is pretty gruesome and sick, but if I do that, then I could see what the person who died saw last, and it gives like a little cool like top-down narrator voiceover thing, so it's pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna do that one. Inquisitors look more like necromages, which is pretty cool, because then I just do that, do necromage and warfare, or I can switch it to an enchanter. But they use just one staff. I like having dual wielding. Dual wielding's pretty much the best way to be effective in this game. I could do conjuring. Conjuring. I thought there was a summoner. I could be a witch. I could be a witch. That might be a cool one too. Wayfarer is an archer. Shadowblade. Rogue. I think I typically, I keep saying summoner, it's a conjurer, my bad. But this is typically what I go with. you do the shield and the wand so that way you can max out your intelligence stat, which is how you make damage. So I think we're gonna stick. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna do battle mage. But I feel like if I do battle mage, I'm gonna have to switch over to a dwarf because I want to be a little chunky boy. Oh, now I'm gonna have to change my name too, because you know, can't fucking not have my name in here. Dude, what's up with this fucking haircut? Oh yeah, dude. Looks like a fat Mark McGuire. Let's see. Always a fan of dwarfs with fat fucking beards. The beard's almost as big as his whole body too. Damn, and they braided it. That's the one right there. Yeah. Think I found my guy. See if we can make like a midget bald Mr. T. Lava cake. I don't like that.
Glory is mine. Nice try. Meet your maker. Greet the Reaper for me. Greet the Reaper for me.
Oh, Trickster sounds pretty good.
Look, try again.
It's pretty fitting to his.
I'll yield. Try again. Greet. Almost got me that time. Better luck next time.
See, warrior just works though. I think warrior's gonna have to be the one. Alright, preset. So I get 1 to persuasion, +1s to warfare and aerophage, which is like a wind thunder attacks. 1 to strength, 1 to intelligence, and 1 to constitution. And then pretty much throughout the rest of the game, I'm gonna be trying to hit these main stats to go up with my attributes, including wits. Typically I upgrade my wits too, just so that way I can see traps on the floor and detect stealth enemies and whatnot. Also, it increases your crit chance, so that'll be pretty nice. Wits and memory. I have to remember to upgrade memory too. So it'll be like every other one I'll do wits instead of one of those two, which will probably lose out on constitution, which just upgrades your HP, and a lot of gear typically works for that. Especially when you're dual wielding weapons, which he's dual wielding 2 axes, so I'm pretty sure we'll be good. But and then just take memory as it applies. You'll see throughout this, it'll make more sense. Now I can understand that. What does this do? Sturdy gives you 10% maximum vitality. See, like I immediately already got more health and everything into my thing just from talents. That one's Dwarven Guile gives you +1 in sneaking. So I can sneak around with him too, which will help. It's nice to be able to get around pretty stealthily throughout the place. Combat core. So this one is useful, but see, this is the one that I think I might want to do. Increases the range of skills and scrolls by 2 meters, does not affect melee and touch range skills. 5-star dinner doubles the effects of food and potions. That could work too. With glass cannons, you start every combat with maximum AP, but magic. See, that's not one that I would do. It would be good in like a sense of I'm playing with 4 people, this one would be good. But when it's just me, a lot of times they focus on the main character. So, because typically I play as my character. While sneaking, gorilla increases attack damage. See, I could do that one, or I think this is going to be the one. Adds 30% of all healing you receive twice kills or consumables to your magic armor. Provides +2. This one might be the one. Provides +2 max AP, recovery AP, vitality, physical armor, magic armor, doubles up invested points. While you're one companion, this bonus is temporarily removed when there are more than 2 members. Extra points. I might do that one, just so I don't have to worry about hitting the memory, but I feel like it's kind of a waste of a trait. I know when you first level up, you can do one. See, yeah, once you first level up, you can do this one, which is all skilled up. This is typically what I pick. Which gives you an extra combat ability, and then a civil too, so I could do 2 into sneaking. Pawn permits your character winning. Let's go. Let's do an executioner. I like that one. Oh, probably should take off the comeback kid one. There we go. Alright, then we go to tags. So these come in handy in talking. Also gives your character some backstory. So typically, just according to how the game starts, I always pick soldier just so that way I have that dialogue option. And then, depending on who you're going up against, you can use certain dialogue points and stuff. Chester's gonna be the one that I do. Oh gosh. Okay. This is pretty much just gonna be the battle music. I like the cello. The cello is just soothing. You start up in this. Alright. Let's go ahead and I think that's about it for character. So this is gonna be our guy. Oh. Alright, let's start it. I won't skip this just because it gives a little bit of backstory.
It all happened like I knew it would.
But it's pretty interesting.
A single drop of
So apparently, so first, everything that's magic in here is caused by, they call it source magic.
The rebel panicked. The carnage began.
I'll explain more after this. Let
The
this play out.
magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared. And sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. but instead I became part of their story.
Alright, so, little backstory, just in case you don't know this game. Everything that you use that's magic is run by this stuff called source. It's the source of the magic. No pun intended, but semi-pun intended. So, you use this stuff to like cast spells and do all the crazy shit that you use, and all the combat.
Still a bit groggy, Albert. Easy now. No need to
Magisters are out here
Get your
trying to
bearings
kill
and report
all
to me
of them
upstairs.
because their leader is a dickhead and wants to be the only God-woken. Also, he thinks that, well, he knows that all Void-woken, which is the main enemy in this, are attached to the source. So if you use source magic, they come flying over to you and try to attack you and kill you. It's crazy. So all throughout the game, you'll see Void-woken, different little Void-wokens and stuff.
So it wasn't a dream after all.
But aside from that, everything else is pretty much just all Telltale. Just top-down game with your basic movement, all this stuff. I prefer it on PC. I like it on PC. But a couple of my friends don't have PC, so we're gonna stream on PlayStation instead. So that way I can play with them whenever they get online. And when we get online, the stream won't go down. I'll try not to let it go down, but I'll just be joining into their game. We have one that's kind of already started, so it just works a little better. Sorry, I'm moving my chair forward. Cool. Basic movement. Use the left stick. Just like this. Friend's like a fucking idiot. That saving feature gets real annoying later on in life.
Not a very chatty fellow, are you?
I wanted to take the skull. Can I take this? Fuck. Just wanted to take some. Oh, dude. We could totally do this. Alright, so, cool. Hold R2. Yep. Understood. Alright. I want to put on the bucket. This is the best, dude. Oh my god, this game's so retarded. Oh, sorry, the word's a little rough. Get a second bucket helmet so I can wear it. Oh yeah, really cool feature that is in this game. Let me empty out this crate real quick. Alright, so now you can move, oh, what? Actions. You can move shit. So it gets out of your way. I'm a pretty big fan of that. That makes it a lot easier to explore and stuff later on in life.
Freight or food?
There is a skill where you can talk to animals. I
Shaking
don't.
her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you bathe.
Do I have it?
Her
Yeah, I don't have it. I do hate that though. The camera zooms right back out. I don't like the fact that the camera zooms out. So fucking, you can mass search things like this, so that way you don't have to go around to everything. It makes life a whole lot easier. Different things give you different tools, grant you different abilities. The magnifying glass, if I have points in my lore master later on, you'll see later on, but I'll fight someone and they'll drop something that says, oh, requires lore master 1. If I don't have the magnifying glass but I have lore master 1, can't identify the item, so I can't use it. So I like to just have all the tools on me. Let's go to the sack. Now the vase. Oh, I have to move safe to get to the vase. No, I don't. Alright, cool. That's just a candle holder, so I can technically just turn the candle on and off.
Did you expect a needle?
I really like the narrator voice. I don't know who the voice actor is. I don't take time to look that stuff up, but I really like the voice actor in this game. Open the shelf. Cool, nothing's in it. Alright. Again, can move shit around. So then what? to read everything and do all that stuff, you just come over here to this, the letter. You have to actually go into your inventory and read it. This is pretty much just telling me how to get into the next door, so it's saying pretty much there's people bypassing security, sliding boxes onto pressure plates, blah 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 blah. The purpose of these measures is to require the presence of fucking what? There. At least 3 magisters at any change of shift. That way no one can escape, cause fuck me. Yep. Sorry about that. Alright. Grab some fucking items. Food and potions pretty much all work the same way in any other game. So you just want to use it to either heal you or buff up your stats prior to. I know eggs give you some type of bullshit. Put that one here. Check this barrel. Nice. Alright. First weapon. A little shitty pocket knife. Let me move this barrel right onto here. Bam. Cool. Doors open. Just like that. Alright. Next. Go to inventory. Biggest thing. What did I just do? Did I equip it? Uh-oh. Oh shit. Alright, cool. I equipped it. I don't know what happened there. Alright. Different effects do different things. Stuff sits on the floor after you do it. So turn-based fucking combat, but that'll sit on the floor.
You there. Come here.
So because I have strength as a main stat, I can carry barrels like this and just be super slow during the time of me picking or stepping in the oil. Another cool feature is I can do this and drop the item and it'll land right here. You'll see why I'm doing this.
Before you can even touch...
Wait, you're no magister.
Alright.
You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy dwarf? Choose your words carefully, my friend.
I can do
Can't
that.
just leave the prisoner alone. If it's all the same.
So this is pretty crazy because, oh, you'll see in a second. These guys.
And keep your hands where I can see them.
Pretty mad with power.
Hurry it up, sorcerer. We haven't got all day.
Grab this little spell.
That's one problem solved. A dead magister.
So much
Somebody
for
will
a
have to
piece
take
of
the
straw.
blame for this. And it won't be me.
Alright. So. Trying to think. He has no physical armor, so well, probably would be best to see. So these are all the moves that I can currently do. I can do a sucker punch, which knocks him down. So I don't know how I'm gonna sucker punch him, but this one pretty much just grants me more armor. Oh, this is actually my stun. I thought this was gonna be my fortify. So this is a stun move. When I put it on somebody, pretty much they're petrified for one turn. What I can also do, which I'm thinking I'm gonna do first, is do the battering ram. And then, just so that way I don't waste anything. Actually, I'm gonna end my turn. There we go. So because he was knocked down, he doesn't get his turn. So we can do it again. Pop him once, and then I can do just a regular attack move. And I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn again. It's all about saving your AP, honestly, in the beginning. And when you stun somebody, it typically doesn't hurt to save your AP. Now I can do this. Petrified. Walk over here a couple steps. Alright. Really hate the fact that this camera's a piece of shit. Alright. Come back. Blinds him, and then we'll just finish him off because look at. Oh, I have to be gear him for that one. Here's 2 AP, 3 AP. Alright, so we'll just end the turn. Now, blinding someone's a really fucking smart move, in my opinion, just because of the fact that if you blind somebody, they can't really attack you back. It makes it a lot easier for you to miss, and it makes it a lot harder for them to hit in general. And just overall is the best thing you can do. Mattresses are fun, so if I were to have been hurt in that last one, if I laid down in the mattress, I would be, what you would call it, healed. So, just makes it a lot easier, so you don't always have to heal yourself. Also, there will be a time later on that I can just go and steal a bedroll. Played the intro to this game fucking a bunch of times, so alright. Now the fun part. It'll be in the thing that doing this actually blows up toxic. But I'd just rather get it out of the way so that way by the time I'm done looting over here, I don't have to worry about it.
Empty.
Emptied this bitch out. The fuck? There should be a potion right here. think I'm gonna hide the tutorials, but I don't want to because I don't want to not explain a part of the game or why I'm not doing something. Empty potion bottles for crafting.
Not the most elegant solution, was it?
Oh yeah, you can break down doors too, it's pretty fun. Grab a couple decks of cards. Now I'm just gonna move this over to here for no reason, because there's nothing back here. We'll do this and then open the door.
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Alright. So, when you first come up here, there's a bunch of stuff you can pick up. Try not to grab the lab stuff because there's nothing really that you can do with that. But these empty potion bottles are the best thing you can find. Also the skull. These can get sold to certain merchants for a pretty good price. Always try to look through everything in the beginning of the game so that way you can get as much.
Now where did I leave my calipers?
Whatchamacallit as you can. Alright. Talk to her first.
Not too tight, I hope. The collar. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Let's fucking turn it off. Just so that way it stops interrupting me. Mentioned that there was a little accident on the cargo deck. Oh,
is he? Oh well. Some problems simply...
She frowns and
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy.
So I told her that the Magister downstairs also dead, and she pretty much just said, yeah, you're lying. So.
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fall back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your... There you have it. See? The collar's function. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's. Don't you dare! If you violate the virtue of my carpet, I'll do a good thing worse and put a collar around your neck.
Pretty much just told her that I was gonna take a shit on her carpet.
Index fingers pressed to her lips. She...
My word. You do seem a bit... Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. If a new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
So, as you can see, I'm a giant barrel, but you can, when you're sneaking, you can steal shit. So I typically steal this book just because fuck it. I could wait a little longer and I wouldn't have to worry about it. But
Good
I like
gods.
to steal that book.
There's been a murder here.
A young magister stands pale and...
Nope. 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 Damn it. You're only accusing me because I'm a dwarf. Oh no, I'm dead. Happened so fast. Oh my god. Alright, let's see what I can do here. So, I have to fucking take her armor down. I'm gonna come here. Alright. I'm thinking I'll blind them, but I'll try it anyways. Blind it. Oh my god. Oh, this sucks. Alright. End the turn. Here comes my death. Oh. Say attack one more time. There it is. Oh my god. So the smart move is just wait until later on in the game to steal that book, because she was on me. I wonder if I could steal it and run.
Yes, this is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters right away.
Oh shit, alright. Just gonna skip looting all this shit. Except for
Why
that.
you're looking a bit more chipper. There you are.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
She frowned.
Come on, for your...
Oh, shit,
You've been
your
collared
carpet.
and you've been told why. There really is no need for you to linger.
No lesions.
Good gods.
No trauma.
There's been a murder here.
Why won't you sing? Be good, you scumbags.
I wonder if she can find it.
I know it.
Ah, there you are. Would you? How very...
Her pic...
Yeah.
She turned...
Gotta keep us... You
Yeah,
presume.
blah,
No.
blah,
So-
blah.
Good luck.
Alright, cool. They don't give me anything for talking to them. There's really nothing to loot down here. The
One
only
of
thing
us
I can
would kill our
think
own.
of
They're picking us off one by one.
is like a couple of these boxes are really random and randomly hold something.
You think me mad?
Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
Here to register, sir. You faring okay so far? Of course I do. Seems Voidwalk can dog your heels like a shadow. That's no way. You'll see. You head on in now.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a
Now,
pair of nervous-looking
At the
magisters.
intro, that
They
little
keep their
fucking
crossbow
thing,
trained upon her as
the
she's
lady
being
that was
interrogated
talking,
by
this
an
is
officer.
her.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella.
She killed the guy back there.
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
And now the fun part begins.
She turns her head and looks you straight.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! The woman's mad. You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shut.
No, I'm afraid I always perform my part solo. Do stay and watch, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes
Breaks
it.
the collar off like a badass.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
So she just obliterated those 3 guys. Exodiated the fuck out of them.
What's happened?
I got 400 XP for getting knocked down. Because I'm the boss. Alright. Master Ygritte. Really pissed off that, like, they don't have anything on them, really. So there's empty cups. The bottle of wine's pretty useful. Gives you pretty good stats. So... and then... I can grab stuff out of... the chest, that's where it's at. Confiscated goods. Sharp stone on a stick. Another one. Then there's a staff and a shiv. I'll take those. Just so that way I can have them. Again with the shit. I like to just take... I honestly, in the last game that I played, I still had that pumpkin soup like 3 islands past the main one that you land on. Because I never ate it. Just gives you health. I always had potions. God fucking stop getting the plates. God damn it. Chub fish. Oh, red snapper. Oh, right. Can I get the wine there? I see that bottle of wine. Give me this bottle of wine now. Stupid fucking bucket. Stupid bucket didn't protect me from when I got gang raped by those people. God damn it. Alright. On to the next part. So I could sit here and really just attack this door, but that's my damage. I'm not gonna sit here and do that on stream. There's really nothing in there. There's a couple things of garlic and shit, but so yeah, so she went through and caused hell, and I'll show you guys in a second just exactly what she did. But she destroyed every Magister on this floor and then knocked everyone down. So all these guys are dead. I think that might actually be the key. There's a source hound. There's like a little dog that was walking around.
The young woman lies in a heap on the...
Yeah, so she got taken out too. Pretty much anyone that wasn't source powered got fucking wrecked. Stop using the goddamn candle. Damn it, I'm on fire. Where's the chef at? I think he is the cook. Or the chef has the key. Put yourself out, goddammit. No, why would you? What does that even make sense? Stairs are all the way through there. There's a sack right in front of your face. I picked up a water barrel. Fuck. Stop using the goddamn... PS4 is a little broken because it's always trying to use something through the wall instead of the thing that's right in front of you. What else is there? Oh yeah, C1's fucking knocked out too. C1's the lady I stole the book from. She's just chilling. Knocked the fuck out right back here. These guys got destroyed. So this was the dude that died initially. if I was a whatchamacallit, an elf, I could have used my little superpower and found out that how the hell am I on oh okay, there's a tiny little fire underneath all of that. I didn't even see that. Nice. Alright, well I have to go up to the top deck now so I can die. I'm pretty sure there's this one room up here. You'll see how I'm gonna get into a fight. But I wanted to see without the perk if this thing attacks me.
Not long before this. Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Alright, so now I try to pick the lock. I don't have any thievery, so that would be stupid. So I'm just gonna attack the lock. Or attack the door. Alright, got it. No, stop trying to do stupid shit. Alright, cool, you grabbed the book anyways. My first bow. These two guys.
He eyes the collar circling your neck.
Another sorcerer!
He leaps to attention and
So with the jester tag, I'm literally just a fucking joke. That's all I try to do. Which is this guy. Of course, and he's all the way back here. Fuck me. So, in this game, if you get behind people, that's where you do a lot of crits. So if I can set it up to where I land right here, right, and then we'll do this. So the flurry move's pretty badass because that's like, oh, he piece of shit. He put his shield back up. God, he does a lot of damage for no reason. Cool. Alright, there we go. Now I'm gonna get hit a bunch. Jesus Christ. I don't remember him hitting me 3 times. 4. Another 4. Oh, okay. Alright. So, here's the game plan. I'm gonna attack him. Cool, he's dead. Next. Oh yeah. Due to that perk, I get 1 AP every time I do that. I have a killing bow. Comes really big time in handy. Oh. How much health does this guy have? 8. Take him out. Oh god, why would you go to the chair? Alright. Pick up the letter. I have to catch up on reading all this bullshit. Oh, can I take that?
Bishop Alexander, if Lucian were alive, what would he think of his son's divine order?
I hate him. As much as I do. Books. Grab that painting. Shabby letter. The quill. Let's get the ink pot too. Alright. Bang. Damn, it's like my attack's got worse. Alright. There we go, chop through the door. There's nothing in there. Forgery of a painting.
God,
Which always made me laugh.
Need to get off this wreck, and quick!
Because these guys have tons of money to invest in all this fucking bullshit. But they got a forged painting. That's a package. Cheese! More gold. Big old chest for 2 gold. Give me that shield.
Great gods! Something's pounding on the hull!
I love the action voice that he has. I'm just grabbing everything so that way I can sell it all pretty much when I get the chance. Grabbed it, didn't I? Not at all what I wanted. There we go. Alright, that one, that one. So this guy, pretty cool.
You pass through the door
I end
and
up
are
picking
suddenly
him up
face
as a
to
companion
face with
later.
an undead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert.
No. What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire. It turns into must when wet. It cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton.
Oh. Yes? Shouldn't you be running or screaming or some such?
Move to attack. No, I don't like to attack him. I like him as a companion later on. He's pretty cool, so I'm gonna keep him. I'm just gonna,
the skeleton.
I know your god did not gift you with. Do you look at me and think, why, yes, there is someone with organs enough to drown? Trifling matters like water and poison do not concern me.
It's cool because as an undead, you actually can get healed by poison. And healing moves do not hurt you.
Damp robes are the most I have to fear.
Or do not heal you,
Once
they hurt
this
you.
glorified skiff hits the sea floor, I will simply walk to whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over. I believe you did. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that
So he was dressed like an elf earlier.
That damned witch after her little scene.
And he was just an elf reading a book. Pretty much, we'll get the mask later on in the game. You'll see. It'll. I don't think we'll make it there today, but at least one other time you'll see it. The mask is pretty cool.
Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her coat. Indeed. Just as sensible as getting off a sinking ship, and I would say good.
The skeleton's.
Alright, so this next part, I'm gonna save before I do, because every time for some reason it kills me when I'm nowhere near it. So we're gonna quick save real quick. Alright.
The marking on the door, you press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey. The color drains from your hand, and you are left numb.
I love it because the way that he says that, you know, the wood feels neither cold nor warm, so it feels like a door. Pull open the door.
The
Use
door
the
groans
key.
open, but an ashen shadow clouds your mind.
Grab this shit. No, stop. The barrel's right here. Cracked one-handed sword. So if I go down in there, I die. Pretty.
I need to get out of here now.
Pretty much immediately. So I try not to go down there. But the first time I didn't know, and I ran down there and died immediately. It's a pretty great time. Alright. Autosave. Let me grab this barrel. Now let me close this door so I can grab this barrel. Nothing in either of them. Just my luck. Alright, so those are the void woken, those little things. And then fuck you up. Doesn't look like much, but they come in swarms, so they do a lot of damage when they come in swarms. Actually, oh, I can't do sucker punch this one, and I don't have another one. No, it pushed him just outside. Oh, okay, good. I stunned myself. That fool poisoned himself and then took off. Alright. Let's use... Cool. So the 0 AP movements is typically where I end my turn, just so that way I don't waste any time moving forward. He'll sit just enough into the poison for me to still attack him, and for him to still get damage to him. How the fuck did he have so much AP? Jesus. Alright, so, just so that way if I don't kill him with this next attack. What the fuck is that name? Oh. Okay. So. This thing. Oh, the fire went out. That doesn't normally happen. Typically, you have to move that barrel all the way up here and take the fucking fire out with the barrel. But I guess not. Welcome to the stream, guys. Let's go. Totally get back right here. But there's still people down here. So I come back down here and I try to save them.
You can walk. Get this up.
And now we all have to fight something. It's pretty cool how this game works, because it's like if you choose to go back down, you can still find stuff. You can still find different things. So I do enjoy that part about this game. Let's just... And none of these guys have magic armor or anything, so I can just immediately blind them if they're in my radius. Let's see if I can just move 0. I can move 1 and try to blind both of these motherfuckers. Alright, that works. Now they won't hit.
A chef on my watch.
To the dark with
So all these ones that are still alive can be potential, companions.
Let the games begin.
Sibyl's one of my favorites. Typically pick her.
I pick
her, the undead guy, and last time I chose the Red Prince,
who are about to triumph.
I'm gonna pick. I don't know. I need someone that's gonna be a tank, so I might have to pick. The Red Prince is a tank class, but he's not really a good tank. I could choose him, but I think he's more of a one guy. Christ, everything attacks him.
Your maker.
Yeah, so I'm the next one to go after all of these people go, which is nice because they probably have a better chance of killing anything other than me. In the early levels, it's really hard to get good at stuff. Jeez, he almost hit me with that shit. So now they all gonna go off the boat. Stay back and loot everything. Oh, was that a leather belt? Leather ball. Pick up the fucking ball. What is this? Nothing. Sweet. Raw lumpy giblets. Okay. So now we'll just go back. Oop. That's how you can like auto move.
I hear something. It's Magister Siwan, the one who put on this.
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bleeding of a gushing wound. With jagged movements, she raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tint. Blood quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror.
I can just kill her. Unravel. Sweet. I got all her gear. Fucking bitch. Alright.
There's no time.
So they have to take off because they don't want to die. But, yeah, so that's what we're back in this. That monstrous demon looking shit.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Later on you'll figure out what that voice is. It's pretty cool, actually. The backstory
Honorable
the
Dallas,
story is really good.
we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Remember that name. Well, both names. Dallas and Oriven. Jesus, it's been a fucking hour.
short bloody work of a ship.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. Almost leveled up. You can see the experience bar at the very bottom, that little yellow bar. So once I hit that level 2, I'm gonna tag another skill. So that way I can upgrade my skills a little bit. Just give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright. Alright. Pick up a shell. So this little thing right here allows you to travel back and forth from places, pretty much. So you can just end up teleporting. It's like a fast travel. Really cheap fast travel. Alright. Let's talk to
The child
Tam.
has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to dwarves.
Kid's racist.
The child considers your statement.
If you're just a person, you're one of the smallest I've ever seen.
Man, that is just fucking brutal. Fucking beat your ass, kid. Where's your parents at?
Little people, like me.
He pauses.
Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy.
Wrong and crazy.
Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, but it's a lot nicer out here than inside. They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. And maybe they're waiting for me back at home.
So, later on we'll figure out what cured means. And, yeah. It's pretty fucking brutal. Just a little spoiler.
Die. There isn't anywhere safe. You'll see. I guess I am.
So it's actually pretty sad hearing him say that, because it's like his parents DLC. They destroy these fucking people, man. It's wild. Check out these barrels. Shout out to the... Alright, autosave, which is the best feature ever in a game, honestly, because I always forget to save.
Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn, they've made it to shore.
I know you.
Yeah, and it's really weird that these bug things talk like people, and it actually scares me. So, what's this one? Shocking. Now anyone that comes close to me will get, what should we call it, blinded. Every time I'm going to explain that move, because that move is probably one of the best moves. Alright. It's really great.
Bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay.
Alright, let me check this guy real quick and then I'm gonna level up.
Drowned and eaten by a void woken. I wonder in which order.
Alright. So now you can see we have all these little crafting things. Oh, that reminds me. We have a book I have to read. Oh, this thing weighs a ton, which is why I'm weighed down so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this. Immediately drop down to 43. Oh. Alright. So these books will pretty much just teach you how to craft. So, stuff like that. All this stuff is... Oh, this is the book I stole, if I'm correct. Yeah, that's the book that I stole. It gives you that little quest. This is the poetry book that that dead guy that died on the ship wrote. Letter to whoever the hell it is. That was a letter to somebody about Fort Joy, which is where I'm at now. This is the death fog barrels downstairs. And that's pretty much it. Oh, let me grab them. Just make sure that nothing's left in my inventory. Alright. So for this one, I get 2 attributes. 2 new points for attributes. I'm gonna do my memory, just so that way I can learn a new move if I get it. And then we'll do